All right, hello everyone. It is day number 423 complete. Hi there, I'm the Pathwalker. I upload daily videos on how my day went. How did we do today compared to, yesterday? Did we do everything we wanted to do today? What went good, what went bad? As always, one day at a time. I'm here showing you guys my true colors, and hopefully, as I'm trying to elevate myself, other people can also get some of that too for their lives. For their lives. Today was a meh kind of day. So last night, as if any of you guys watched my video yesterday, I was mainly talking about how I had a really tough time after not having been selected for a position I really thought I was going to be getting. And it was eating at me, and I kind of relaxed near the end. I was able to understand the bigger picture in life. This is completely insignificant, the bigger, grander scheme of things. And yeah, but for some reason, as the night went on and I was, whatever, it became 6 a.m. I hoped I would have gone to bed sooner, but I knew I uploaded my video late, so I knew I was going to stay up later. Um, I ended up going in bed around 6 a.m., but then for some reason I just felt like having my phone with me, which was a terrible decision. As I've said many times, I'm to never have my phone with me in my bed. And like I expected, I basically had my phone and I kind of went to sleep until around 8 a.m. I stayed up until about 8 a.m. or 8:30 a.m. I don't even remember 100%. Um, but essentially, when I went to uh, sorry for blanking out there. Essentially, I was kind of like going to sleep, trying to sleep, but then I would go on my phone, and that's the problem with having the phone right next to you, right? I kind of try to sleep. If I'm not able to sleep right away, I'm being bored. So what do? I grab my phone, I go on that thing, and the cycle repeats. So it was really bad that we went to sleep at about 8 a.m. That said, we were able to wake up around 1 p.m. and I was thinking, man, I'm tired. I don't know about it. I'm gonna go rock climbing. Plus, I knew I had a work meeting that I couldn't be late for that started right when my shift started, so at 4 p.m. So I ended up just saying, you know what, it's fine, let's not. Now, what I ended up doing instead was I kind of ended up just staying on my phone for the most part. And by the way, the reason why I also ended up staying late was I was still rethinking everything with what happened, with my situation at work, and I kept rereading, was someone going to respond to my message and everything. Um, Anyways, that said, I ended up um, removing a I ended up kind of still being stressed about it, still thinking about it, kind of just came back, even though I kind of thought in the last video I kind of released the tension, it kind of came back. I started feeling senses of frustration again. Um, but yeah, then I ended up um, um, staying in bed until around 3:45 p.m. or so. Um, but because I was able to stay awake, that helps me be tired now so that I'm going to be able to go to sleep at a good time tonight. And would you look at that? It's 2:20 a.m., so not a bad time at all. Could have been better, but I did have some things I really needed to do after finishing work. I wrapped up work around, 12:15, which was good. Then I started talking to my mom about some things. Um, had a little bit of procrastination, but none of it on my phone. Phone is in the bathroom, whereas as where it should be. And the main thing I really needed to do, first of all, I had laundry that I was doing. The main thing I need to do is this. This is my procrastination interview. I have all the kind of like points that I plan on covering, and I feel good about them. So, anyways, today we didn't sleep on time. We didn't floss last night. We didn't wake up on time. But waking up, I label it as okay. We didn't go rock climbing. Obviously, that was the one thing, and I really was just not in the mood. I was still kind of bitter about what happened with work, so I still felt not in the mood to kind of do some physical activity. I should have done something. I ended up drinking a smoothie late instead of the egg meal, which was fine, but I didn't have my middle meal, so I actually had a smoothie and some cold cuts, um, and which was good. We did the laundry, we wrote tomorrow's schedule. Abstinence, thankfully, is good, and I'm actually really happy. I'm kind of proud of myself that, last night I was thinking like, this frustration, with my addiction to pornography, it was like the perfect moment to just kind of like give in to that, and I had the temptation I was able to resist, which, it wasn't the biggest temptation, but it was there. I was like, you know what, kind of like screw this, and I chose not to do it, so I'm very happy about that. We've started again on our streak right now towards dealing with abstinence. And it's 2:20 a.m. I just finished laundry. Uh, I wrote the interview here, showered, everything's good. The only things that we have left are, well, first of all, showing here, I didn't go for a walk with my dog because when I wanted to go, my dog was actually being walked by somebody else, and then I was like, well, I'm still going to go for a walk, so I think that counts. Interview prep is good, and I actually really like it, guys. The topic of procrastination, I think, is so huge, and I'm so looking forward to what my therapist has to say and sharing that with you guys. And I have some really good questions, like some very good points here that I feel really good about. We have more than enough questions here that I'm sure we can talk about over the course of an hour, so we have more than enough time. But that said, uh, we're going to talk now about tomorrow. So I'm a little brain foggy. My brain's a little bit all over the place right now. Sorry about that. Maybe it's because I'm tired. Tomorrow we want to wake up. So my goal tonight, 4:30 a.m., 5 a.m. is what I would like. It's 2:23 a.m., so I at least have 2 hours, which is pretty decent. Um, I want to wake up, shower, have my egg meal, rock climb, get everything done, and then have my stream, which I'm actually going to have to stream earlier because I have big plans on Sunday. And speaking of big plans on Sunday, I am going to be quite busy Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. A little bit stressful because of how many things are happening, but I'm sure I'll manage. Regarding the goal viewer, I'm thinking even though we ended up sleeping late, I'm happy that I woke up early and I'm in a position to still be good. So I'm gonna leave sleep right over there. Nutri Fitness, even though we haven't, we missed out on doing some fitness stuff. I feel okay leaving it in this point, especially with the little frustrations we had yesterday that we dealt with. Main job, I'm just going to keep it again at green. We're doing what we can. Twitch, YouTube, rock climbing. Even though we missed rock climbing today, I feel okay keeping it here. Um, Family, friends, romantic. Romantic, it's I feel better, and I feel the fact that I overcame a temptation last night was good, a good sign in the right direction there. So friends, family, laundry is good now. So laundry's great. Grooming, I guess we could put that at like a light green. Vacuum cleaning, and yeah. So, what is there to talk about? Well, kind of piggybacking off of what happened, in yesterday's video. I I was thinking a lot about, just, the frustration was coming up. This is unfair. But then again, I realized, I'm very lucky to be in a lot of other positions. Um, and the past is the past. Kind of like, I have a problem with like post anxiety. Like, I always start really, like ruminating over, man, I should have done this or I should have done this. Okay, the only thing that you could take from that is how do you use that going forward instead of like keep running it over back into your head thinking, when let's say you said something bad or awkward to a girl and it ruined something. It's done, right? It's done. Like feeling bad for yourself. And unfortunately, I don't like to admit it, but I have this tendency, I have this impulse to kind of want to feel sorry for myself, and I hate it. I hate it. And I'm thankful that I was able to acknowledge that I was feeling that way and to just not kind of sit in on that. It's about like being strong and kind of moving forward. Um, so because again, in the big picture, like this doesn't matter at all. And I think that's such an important thing. And it's so important for me to not get too obsessed over work and start thinking, oh, I'm gonna make work my life and everything. Um, but that said, everything else for the most part is going well. I look forward to how things are going regarding the weekend coming up. So this is what's going to happen. I'm going to meet with a friend at like 1 p.m. on Sunday, which is why I have to make sure I end my stream, early enough that it doesn't go late on Saturday night. Then I have guests coming over at this house, which, I don't know how long that's going to take, which unfortunately means I'm going to start my stream late. And I don't know what I'm going to do with my uploads, so I'm just completely packed with things on Sunday with, meeting a friend, having guests over, going to then live streaming. And then on Monday, I have my interview with my therapist happening at 10 a.m. So I have to wake up by 9:30 a.m. So my stream on Sunday, even though I'm going to be starting late, I can't even do that too early. And then after that, on so and then after I wake up early for my therapist, I would like to go rock climbing if I could fit it in there. But then at 3:15 p.m. I have to go to the dentist, and then I have to then I have my stream that I need to do, and then on and the other thing is that on Tuesday, my work schedule, because I'm doing something work related, where I'm going to be kind of going to like a social thing for my job that happens once a year, um, they still want me to work that day. So because it's a thing that happens at like 4:30 p.m., my shift was now pushed to a morning shift. So I'm at working from 7:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m., which means I can barely stream, uh, you know, Monday night, which is why I'd really like to start early for Monday night. I gotta wake up early. Somehow I gotta wake up at 7 a.m. Rested, have my complete my day at work. Then I have to get ready, dress up because it's a more formal event, so you got to dress up nice. Then I got to drive, and it's going to be a long drive, and I'm even to the point that I'm guaranteed to be a little bit late to the event. And then have that, and then I have to come back home, and it's like all these things are happening back to back to back, and it's like, ugh, it stresses me out, and this is, man, I think about all these people, I don't know, these billionaires or whoever, they're always like busy, 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 busy. I can't. I mean, maybe, once you do it enough, you get used to it. But like for me, I don't like the idea of doing so many like different things or tasks, and it's time pressure. You got to go here. You got to go. Like that's not my thing. I do not like that. I think some people like that. It's not my thing. But maybe, who knows? Maybe if I expose myself to that enough, maybe I'll actually like it. It reminds me of thinking when you're busy, it's good. When I have nothing to do, when I had all the free time in the world, you just don't do anything, right? Even though you have all the time in the world, you don't use it for anything productive. When you're busy, you're kind of moving, you got your engine, running, and you're kind of like, okay, okay, okay. I do think it's probably something that you can only really do when you're like younger, as opposed to, when you're um, older. But yeah, so we got a really busy, next 3 days ahead of us. After tomorrow, I feel overall better with my mood, so I'm happy that I'm kind of over that little hump of like kind of being disappointed in the results of the potential promotion. And beyond that, looking forward, I'm very happy with the questions for my therapist. The only thing that really I'm thinking about is, okay, we got to get over this little, weekend that's coming up. But I also really have to do the year review video that I have like done like nothing since I recorded that video, and it's so important to me, and I hate stalling this thing. Um, but I really I still want it to be of quality. But the fact that I want it to be of quality is what's causing me to stall. But I need to like really start dedicating more time to that. Anyways, thankfully, I think it's good that I'm busy, that I have a lot of things to look forward to that are coming up, as opposed to not really having things. So there's that. But yeah. Anyways, that's my life. Not really much to say. I didn't really reflect on too much, or like what do we do. Um, I do like having my sticky notes everywhere on my desk for things that I want to keep track of. And yeah. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Longer video than I expected this would be, but um, yeah, we're hustling, we keep it going, and we're not stopping. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys as always in the next one.